Well, here we are, everybody, returning to AHOF. Now, this is an actual live performance, and as we have seen in the past, we've been talking a little bit more about the music, the production, and things like that. Personally, this time I want to see how they perform live. This was recommended to me. Thank you, by the way. I always appreciate the recommendations. So now we're going to check out, see what they need and, maybe not need. We'll see how they go on a live performance. So let's check it out, shall we?
꺼진 무대 차가운 공기 모든 게 낯선 날 한 걸음 다시 무대 위로 넘어지는 나를 봐더 낯설고 멀게만 느껴질 세상 속을 처음 만나 흔들리는 내 맘을 안아줘 숨이 막혀 터질 듯한 이 가슴이 더 헤매이다 두렵지만 너늘 대너머 날 부르는 저 목소리 나를 잡아주길 어제는 안녕 불안했던 밤을 건너서 전해지는 떨림만 나 말없이 건넨 너의 손끝에 들려온 멜로디 Vanilla Starlight Twinkle twinkle little stars I hope 깨우쳐 별이 됐던 밤 멋진 그 자리에 다시 피어나 이 순간 영원히 우린 빛날 거야 울려퍼지는 그 노래 날 이끄는 심장 소리 거쳐가는 울림 알잖아 너와 나 I need you to stay 외롭게만 달려온 시간 수도 없이 넘어졌던 날 그 많은 밤을 건너서 희미한 틈새로 보이는 꿈처럼 우리가 수놓은 길 아홉 색깔로 채워 꿈 어린 손으로 하나씩 그려가 무대 끝에 반짝이는 이 노래가 나를 비춰주길 두렵지 않게 Twinkle twinkle little stars 아홉 개의 조각 별이 됐던 밤 멋진 그 자리에 다시 피어나 이 순간 영원히 우린 빛날 거야 넌 멋진 자 눈물은 날듯 작아진 불씨를 띄워준 내게 약속할게 우린 결국 일어나 이제 다시 시작할 때 세상이 외쳐 We got the remedy, we got the melody, we got the harmony
Very nice. I like that. Okay, very interesting. I think there's a little bit. So what's something that I think that can be learned from this? Again, they're all still pretty new to this. They're all still pretty young. But again, I actually think that because of how they've been handled, they're probably still in a better place than what most groups would be. Honestly, just seasoning. I think that's what they need the most, is just more reps. It's most important to just kind of keep practicing and keep going out and doing it live. Make those mistakes, be willing to make those mistakes, be willing to kind of stand and know that you're not going to always be the best, and have those off nights, have those super on nights, and just make sure that you learn from what those can teach. I think that's the best thing that they can do. The song has an interesting interpolation with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And again, actually, that's a fairly common song that's actually used for practice. So I actually kind of like the fact that that's what's being interpolated here. I think this is a good example of definitely starting off on the right foot here.
이제 다시 시작할 때 세상에 외쳐 We got the remedy.
Good run. It's effortless. He's not struggling for breath. He's not panicking. Very well set. I think that there's a few moments like that here in this song that I think actually really, again, work out to their benefit. And of course, we got to talk about the high note here.
We got the melody, we got the harmony.
That's a good, nice high. He does it with a very good, he does it with pretty good technique.
The melody, we got the harmony.
Mouth open, tongue down, like creating that space, the resonance, using the diaphragm. He's doing all the things right. Using the pressure to be able to create that run to go down, very nice, but he's not creating too much pressure to make it so it sounds all teeny and like tinny and kind of like unbalanced. And one thing that I have to say that I really like about this particular approach too is the fact that, you know what, we're going to actually start seeing their personality as they continue to practice and perform live. This is why I was saying it's so important that they have that type of production so that they can be allowed to grow. And I think one of the most interesting things is as they continue to perform, they'll open up a little bit more. You can kind of tell they're still pretty shy. They're still pretty much like, I don't know if I want to, you know, put all of myself out there, which I mean is fair. It's a bit of an interesting situation to be in. Not everybody is in this position. But that's where I think the fun comes in, though, is when the personalities and like the one, you know, as you start to perform, you find ways that help you perform better. And so you'll see certain different techniques and all this other stuff just completely start pulling through and kind of show you even more of who they are. And that's always the beautiful thing about watching people who are just starting to perform, and now we can kind of see them grow into who they will be. And you know, I can tell you, like, I think that, you know, like I said, they feel pretty new and shy and nervous, but you know, give them some time and we're gonna see a really, really fun side of AHOF. So yeah, let's let them season up. Let's see them kind of really start to shine and bring a little bit more of who they are into their performance. And I can guarantee you that this is going to be a very charming group. I can see that there's a lot of potential here for sure, especially live. So anyway, let me know what y'all think about this. We'll discuss this down in the comments below. Thank you. And dulce pariculum.